Hi, good morning. I'm Addie Godino, and I'm a local lender here in California, San Diego. And we are inside the Mastermind today, and we have Craig Sanger. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
He is a real estate broker, and what I want to know, and I'm sure people out here want to know, like, what is the difference when somebody's hiring a broker like yourself versus like a larger franchise?
So as a broker, I'm the owner of the business. I'm the one who makes all the decisions. I don't have to go to a boss to get something approved. I like to think of it as, if you go to me, it's like going to the bed and breakfast, right? I'm going to take care of all your needs. I don't need to get approval from someone else, as opposed to staying at Sheraton or Marriott or what have you, where they have certain rules that they need to follow. For instance, I have a client right now who wanted to work with me, and I presented him with the listing contract, and of course has a lot of legalese in there, and he didn't feel comfortable signing pages and pages of disclosures. So as a broker, I said, no problem. I'll just write up a simple half-page agreement between us, and and make sure you're comfortable. And I'm comfortable with that because I'm able to make that decision and go forward with that.
It's almost like the in-between of like the old handshake kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because
Completely.
they're not comfortable signing all of that, sometimes because you don't know what you're signing because it's such a legal kind of form, right?
Absolutely. And additionally, since I don't have to pay franchise fees and what have you, I can put more money into my listings.
Okay.
So often, I'll look at a property, and if I feel like it needs added curb appeal, I may, take monies towards that. I'll also go above and beyond, typical photo shoot. I'll always Photoshop it. I'll take the wires out. I'll virtually stage it. I'll do things that will make it really pop, as opposed to if you go with a franchised agent who has maybe 10 or 20 clients are serving at one time, they may just be able to go through the cookie cutter process and send out their media that all looks the same, and won't be able to really give it the personal attention that I would.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you next. Like, what do you do different than other agents or other brokers? Like, what do you consider that you do like a specialty for them?
We all basically do the same thing, more or less. And I've done everything. I've made feature films to, the big difference. What I provide is service. So you work directly with me. I don't pawn you off on a junior agent or a transaction coordinator. I'm soup to nuts. I know everything. You don't have to retell your story to someone else. You can call me at 11 o'clock at night, and I'll walk you through exactly what's going on in the transaction. That's what you get when you work with an independent broker like myself. I'm completely engaged, and I treat it like it's my private transaction.
And I think it is really important because so many times when you grow in business, all of a sudden you have like junior associates and you have people working under you that a lot of clients don't want to be handed off. They hired you because they hired you. And it's kind of hard in business because as we grow, we want, assistance and things like that. But I find that a lot of people want to work with the person they're hiring.
It's a challenge I struggle with because as my business gains momentum and I take on more clients, like I struggle. Do I build a bigger shop? Do I become this new franchise?
Right.
But really, I like my niche business. I like being the boutique broker. I limit myself to about 25 transactions a year, which is perfect. I could do 75, but then I'd be an administrator. I don't want to do that.
Right. And I think we, especially Americans, right, we want everything big and better and bigger and better. And I find that I've ran 2 companies as well in the past before I got into lending, and it's not always bigger the better. Sometimes we want that, but then I think we need to think about the clients we have and service the clients we have, because then we always get referrals that way instead of growing too big and then, you become really not great at what you do anymore.
Absolutely. You need the work-life balance, and I think it's great that I can dedicate myself completely to my clients, but also I'm able to spend time with my family. I get to pick my schedule, and that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, and it's funny how we work, right? It's not a 9 to 5, and some people are fine that, but I'd rather work at 8 or 9 at night. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's funny how the swing of being able to do what we love to do, but make sure that we take care of our clients.
Yeah, I like to tell people I'm always on vacation and I'm always working. My vacation may be from 10 to 11 in the morning. on a Tuesday, but I'm working all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You know, I get these little windows where I have time to myself, but I'm working 24/7, 365.
I call it work fun. If you're not having fun at work, then you're doing it half your life. So you got to enjoy it. And it's not always, you know, gravy all the time, but it really is important.
Absolutely.
So what other things what other things do you do with them? Like when you walk into a home and you're like, okay, do you sometimes have to remodel? Do you feel like you need to bring a team of people in?
Yes. So, like I said, everything under the sun I have done at one point in time. What's really popular right now, which I mentioned, is virtually staging. So that may mean just correcting a room. It may already be furnished. I'm not actually putting virtual furniture in, but I may show what it looks like if you take that wall down and make the room, you know, a great room, if you will. And then I'll put on the picture that this is a rendering of what it will look like. And the whole idea is to generate activity and people to the property, and they'll say what it can be. And that's why I pride myself on it, showing the property in its best light. Because I know with today's day and age, you only have 20 seconds of someone's attention. So I want to, you know, first impression is everything. So I want to make sure that my media is, you know, the best it possibly can be.
And it needs to be, because people don't have that visual outlook on things. They walk in something and they can't see past, you know, that wall or that kitchen, so they turn around and say no. So I really do believe in that staging, even like typical staging, because you can walk in and feel yourself there, and that's what it's for.
Absolutely. And then, you know, some clients, you know, they have their kids' names on the walls, and for privacy, it's like, Craig, can you remove that name? No problem. So it's sort of, I clean up my media more than I think most agents do. It takes time. I mean, to go through all these pictures and then send them out. I mean, usually you get the pictures back, you just want to go live, boom. But I take the time to really showcase it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today and sharing a little bit about you and why you're so different as a broker. And thank you, Inside the Mastermind, and hopefully you got a lot of insight with Craig, and we will see you next time. Thank you.